we're going to integrate the same function as in the previous video, but this time over a line segment. And the reason that I wanted to do this example is to remind you a little bit of how we might parametrize a line segment. So we want the integral over the line segment for the function x, and we want the line segment to go from 3,9 to 4,7. All right. So the first thing that we need to do is we do need to parametrize our line segment. So let's think about how we might do that. You might remember that the parametric equation of a line, if we are on the xy plane, has two components, x0 plus at, t, y sub 0 plus bt, where the vector ab would be our direction vector. Or in R2, it's really the slope. So our direction vector. Now, our 2 points are from 3,9 to 4,7. So we can find our direction vector by subtracting the corresponding coordinates of those two points. So we have 4 minus 3 is 1, and 7 minus 9 is -2. This also means that the slope of this line is -2. And we can then write our two equations, right? Let's pick our first point, 3,9, to be our starting point. So we have x0 would start at 3, plus the x component of our direction vector is 1, so 3 plus t. And y would start at 9, and our direction vector y component is -2, so minus 2t. Now, we want this to be a segment that begins at 3,9 and ends at 4,7, so we need to figure out what are the bounds on t. Well, we kind of set this up so that our starting point at 3,9 would correspond to when t is 0. So notice if we plug in 0 for t, we get the point 3,9. And because we use those 2 points to get our direction vector, this is going to go to 1. Notice that if you plug in 1 for t, that's going to give us our point 4,7. 3 plus 1 gives me 4, and 9 minus 2 gives me 7. So we have parametrized our line segment so that t goes from 0 to 1, which is what I always prefer to do, so that because those are going to become our limits of integration. And so our vector function r of t, which represents this line segment, is 3 plus t, 9 minus 2t, 4t between 0 and 1. Now, in order to evaluate our line integral, we're going to also need the velocity of this vector function as well as the magnitude. So we need the speed at which we're traveling along this vector function so that we can get the arc length differential. So r prime of t is just going to be our direction vector, or take the derivative of r, that's 1, -2. And the magnitude of this vector is going to be the square root of 1 plus 2 squared, which is 4, or just the square root, the square root of 5. All right, now remember that we also need to change our function to be with respect to t. So our function was just x. So I'm going to write x is 3 plus t, right? The x value of our curve. And finally, we can write our integral. Will be the integral for t equals 0 to 1. Our function is 3 plus t. Our arc length differential will be root 5 dt. That's magnitude of r prime of t dt. And of course, we can take out root 5. We have integral from 0 to 1 of 3 plus t dt. And we can integrate this integral. We have root 5. That's going to be 3t plus t squared over 2 from 0 to 1. When we put 1 in, I have the square root of 5 times 3 plus 1/2. And when we put 0 in, it's just 0. And so this is going to be 7/2 root 5. And that's it. I primarily chose this example to do with you because I wanted to remind you how we parameterize lines. And we just did the scalar line integral over a line of the surface z equals x.